You just found out someone you love has cancer. Your stomach drops. Your mind goes blank. And then the fear hits. It's a paralyzing fear, a two-part question that echoes in the sudden silence. What do I say? Followed immediately by, what if I say the wrong thing? This fear is so powerful that it often leads to the worst possible outcomes. You do the one thing that feels even more isolating than a clumsy comment. You say nothing at all. You pull away, not out of malice, but out of sheer terror of causing more pain. There's even a name for this: cancer ghosting. Surveys have shown that a majority of patients, in some cases over 75%, feel friends or relatives pull away after a diagnosis. As a person living with cancer, I've been on the receiving end of it all. I've heard the well-meaning but empty platitudes, the awkward and unsolicited advice, the beautiful, simple phrases that felt like a lifeline, and the profound, deafening silence. That silence, born from your fear, can compound the grief and loss we are already feeling. So I'm here to give you a brutally honest guide. This isn't a list of generic sympathies, but a real roadmap from someone who has been in the trenches. We're going to talk about what to say, what to absolutely avoid, and why your quiet, steady presence is the most powerful thing you can possibly offer. Hi, I'm Joey. I'm living with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I make videos to help cancer patients, caregivers, and survivors feel less alone and a lot more supported. What to actually say and do. Here's the good news. What we need to hear is often much simpler than you think. You don't need to find some magical, poetic phrase that fixes everything. In fact, trying to do that often does more harm than good. The most meaningful support isn't about having the perfect words. It's about showing up. Here are 4 things you can say and do that make a world of difference. First, acknowledge the awful. Before you do anything else, just acknowledge the reality of the situation. You don't need to soften it or find a silver lining. Cancer isn't a gift, and it isn't a journey we chose. It's hard, and it's scary. Simply validating that is incredibly powerful. Instead of feeling pressured to be a cheerleader, just be a witness. Say things like, I'm so sorry you're going through this. This sounds incredibly hard and I'm thinking of you. Or even, I don't know what to say, but I want you to know I care. These phrases work because they don't try to fix the unfixable. They simply say, I see your pain and I'm not running away from it. It validates our feelings and lets us know it's okay to be scared, angry, or sad without making us feel like a burden. If this is resonating with you so far, feel free to tap that like button. It helps more people who feel lost or overwhelmed find this kind of support. And tell me in the comments, what's one thing someone said or did that actually helped you? I read every comment. Second, offer specific practical help. This is maybe the most important rule of all. Please stop saying, let me know if you need anything. While it comes from a good place, it puts the burden back on the patient, a person who is already overwhelmed with the medical decisions, physical exhaustion, and emotional turmoil. We often don't have the energy to identify a need, delegate it, and manage your health. Instead, make a specific, concrete offer that only requires a yes or no answer. This shifts the mental load from us to you. Think about your own skills and schedule. What can you realistically offer? Try these. I'm going to the grocery store on Wednesday. Can I pick up your essentials? I'm making a big pot of soup tonight. I'm going to drop a container on your porch around 6 p.m., okay? I have 2 free hours on Saturday afternoon. Could I come over to mow your lawn or clean the kitchen? I'm driving right by the hospital for your appointment day. Can I give you a ride so you don't have to worry about parking? These specific offers are gifts of action, not just words. They show you've thought about our situation and are willing to step into the mess with us. It's one of the most loving things you can do. Third, talk about normal life. Imagine if every single conversation, every text, every interaction revolved around your illness. It's exhausting. We are still the same person we were before our diagnosis. We still have hobbies, interests, a sense of humor, and a deep craving for normalcy. Giving us a break from being a cancer patient is a profound gift. So talk about anything else. Tell us about the terrible movie you watched, the drama at your office, your kid's soccer game, or a funny meme you saw. It helps us feel connected to the world we feel we've been forced to leave behind. You can even frame it as an offer. I'd love to come over and just watch a movie and not talk about cancer at all if you're up for it. Do you want to talk about it, or would you rather be distracted with some ridiculous celebrity gossip? This gives us control. It lets us choose whether we have the energy to discuss our health or if we'd rather escape for a little while. Your friendship should be a refuge, not another reminder of our illness. 4. Embrace the power of silent presence. Sometimes there are no words, and that's okay. One of the biggest mistakes people make is feeling like they have to fill every silence. The pressure to talk can be immense, but often what we need most is just your quiet company. Don't underestimate the power of simply being there. Sit with us while we watch TV. Hold a hand during a chemo infusion. Send a text that just says, thinking of you today. No need to reply. These small acts of presence fight the profound sense of isolation that comes with a serious illness. Listening is an action. It's an act of service. When we do want to talk, let us lead. Don't interrupt, don't try to solve our problems, and don't change the subject if it gets heavy. Just listen. Your quiet, steady, non-judgmental presence is more comforting than the most eloquent speech ever could be. What to absolutely avoid. Now for the brutally honest part. The road to cancer support is paved with good intentions that go horribly wrong. Many common phrases, often spouted as encouragement, can feel dismissive, hurtful, or downright infuriating to a patient. Avoiding these pitfalls is just as important as knowing what to say. First, and most importantly, don't offer unsolicited advice or miracle cures. Unless you're my oncologist, I don't want to hear about your aunt's celery juice cleanse or a miracle supplement you read about online. We are being inundated with information and making complex medical decisions with a team of experts. Comments like, have you tried going vegan? Or I read about this new experimental treatment imply that we aren't doing enough to save our own lives. It can feel like you're questioning our choices, or worse, blaming us for our illness. Trust that we, along with our doctors, are doing everything we can. If we want your advice, we will explicitly ask for it. Second, don't compare us to other cancer patients. Every single cancer journey is unique. So please avoid saying, my coworker's cousin had the same thing and she's running marathons now. Or even worse, I knew someone who had that and it didn't end well. These comparisons are never helpful. If the story is positive, it can create pressure and make us feel like we're failing if our own journey is harder. If the story is negative, it's just terrifying. There is no good kind of cancer, and comparing our deeply personal and frightening experience to someone else's is dismissive. Our story is our own. Let it be. Third, avoid toxic positivity at all costs. This is a big one. Our culture is often terrified of negative emotions, and this becomes painfully obvious when you have cancer. People will bombard you with phrases like, just stay positive. Everything happens for a reason. You're so strong, you've got this. While meant to be encouraging, these comments are profoundly invalidating. They shut down our ability to express how we truly feel. Sometimes we don't feel positive. We feel terrified, angry, and grief-stricken. Being told to just be positive feels like we're being told our genuine emotions are wrong. It puts pressure on us to perform happiness for your comfort. The same goes for telling us we are fighters or warriors. It implies that if we don't get better, it's because we didn't fight hard enough. It turns recovery into a test of character, when in reality, it's a matter of medicine and biology. Instead, try saying, it's okay to have hard days. I'm here for you no matter what. Finally, don't make it about you. It's natural to have your own feelings of sadness and fear when faced with our diagnosis, but we cannot be the ones to comfort you. We are already carrying an immense emotional load. Please don't add yours to our shoulders. Avoid saying things like, I just can't stop crying about this. I'm so worried. I can't imagine how I would handle this. This must be so hard for your family. These statements immediately shift the focus from our experience to your feelings. Suddenly, we feel obligated to reassure you, telling you that we'll be okay or that you don't need to worry. A patient's job is to get through treatment, not manage the emotions of their support system. Find your own support, a partner, a friend, a therapist, to process your feelings so you can show up for us with strength. And if you're supporting someone through chemo and want gentle food ideas for hard days, I made a free ebook called Gentle Nutrition: 5 Easy Recipes for Chemo Days. You can download it with the link in the description. If you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. Don't let the fear of saying the wrong thing stop you from doing the right thing, which is simply to show up. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Your quiet, steady presence is more powerful than perfect words ever could be. A text with no expectation of a reply. A meal left on the doorstep. A shared silent hour watching a movie. These are the things that pierce through the isolation of illness. These are the things that say, you are not alone. This journey is different for everyone, and the most helpful forms of support are just as unique. So let's build a resource for each other. If you've been through this, either as a patient or a supporter, please share one phrase or one action that you found truly helpful in the comments below. What made you feel seen and supported? Let's turn this comment section into a living guide for everyone who is scared and unsure of what to do. Your story could help someone else show up for the person they love. And if you'd like more videos that make cancer feel a little less overwhelming, go ahead and subscribe. It truly helps this community grow. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being willing to learn how to be the friend we so desperately need. And if you're wondering about the keto diet in cancer or if it's actually safe, my next video breaks down the exact warning my oncologist gave me about keto and lymphoma. It's one of the most important conversations I've ever shared, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you.